Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. Coming up, Parliament formally notifies the Electoral Commission of the vacancy of the Pandai electoral constituency after being served with court order. Organized labor kicks against recent water and electricity tariff increments, warning that the hikes will entirely negate the negotiated 9% wage adjustment for 2026.
In the spirit of fairness and mutual respect for our social partnership, we demand that government suspends the announced tariff increases. Government and PRC should, as a matter of priority, immediately engage as agreed to exhaust the consultation.
The High Court dismisses application by lawyers for NPP's chairman Wontumi seeking further disclosures from state prosecutors in ongoing legal mining case. Users of the Ofankor White House Church of the N6 urged to observe road diversions as contractors close down that portion of the highway for asphalt works.
We know the peak time. So the peak time by 4 or so, the police and the traffic wardens will be there with adequate information signs. So the information signs is starting about 500 meters away.
In Channel 1 business, Fitch Solutions hints of further monetary easing by Bank of Ghana as inflation continues to fall. And in Channel 1 Sports, Black Stars and Tottenham Hotspur forward Mohamed Kudus touts Ghana's qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup as a major achievement. We're grateful that you join us for the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. We start off now with the House of Parliament, where the House has officially noticed the Electoral Commission (EC) of a vacancy in the legislature following a High Court order for a rerun of the Pandai parliamentary election. In a formal letter dated December 4, 2025, the Clerk to Parliament, Ebenezer Huma Jetro, informed the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Jane Mensah, that the vacancy arose after the High Court in Tamale directed a rerun of the constituency's parliamentary election. Acting under Article 1125 of the 1992 Constitution, the clerk noted that the correspondence serves as the official notification required to trigger the process for conducting a new election in the Pandai constituency. The letter concludes with confirmation that the Electoral Commission has been duly notified as mandated by law. Now, organized labor has called for the suspension of the proposed utility tariff hikes scheduled to take effect from January 1, 2026. The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission (PURC) announced a 9.86% increase for electricity and 15.92% increment in water tariffs. However, labor says it will resist any tariff increases that wipes out the gains from the 2026 wage rise unless the government increases the 9% wage adjustment. Channel 1 News' Kennedy Chumesi has more in the following report.
When the boss is on the way, we gonna roll it over them, we gonna roll it over them, we gonna roll it over them. When the boss...
The planned tariff increases have been met with strong resistance from organized labor. From January 1, 2026, consumers will face a 9.86% increase in electricity tariffs and a 15.92% rise in water tariffs. However, organized labor insists the increments should be suspended until its negotiations with the government are fully concluded. Speaking to the media, Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress, Joshua Nsa, warned that Labour may take action if the government fails to suspend the increases for further dialogue.
The PRC had sent a message to engage the TUC over the tariffs on Monday, December 8th, only for the Commission to miraculously announce the tariff on December 2nd, 2025. This we find unacceptable. In the spirit of fairness and mutual respect for our social partnership, we demand that government suspends the announced tariff increases. Government and PRC should, as a matter of priority, immediately engage as agreed to exhaust the consultative process.
Joshua Nsa added that Labour will resist any tariff increases that erodes the gains from the 2026 wage rise unless the government improves the 9% wage adjustment.
Leadership of TUC wishes to assure Ghanaian workers that it will resist any tariff increases that will erode the mega 9% government wage adjustment unless government comes back to the negotiation table to top up the 2026 wage adjustment.
Now, the minority in Parliament is calling for the immediate reversal of the recent utility tariff hikes, describing it as insensitive. The caucus believes the government should focus on reducing the estimated $90 million commercial and technical losses rather than imposing increases that would wipe out the 9% wage adjustment for the ensuing year. Addressing journalists, the ranking member on the Energy Committee, George Kwame Abuaji, says the proposed tariff hikes reflect failed leadership and poor policy choices that worsen Ghanaians' living conditions.
The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission (PURC) has announced that electricity tariffs will rise by 9.86% across all customer categories, while water will rise by 15.92% for the 5-year control period with effect from January 2026. However, the minority members on the Energy Committee of Parliament say the move is insensitive and called on the government to immediately reverse such proposed hikes.
Consequences if the government does not listen to the call to withdraw the tariff hikes, they are going to cause 1. Escalating utility poverty, leaving more families unable to afford basic electricity. 2. Collapse of SMEs, which form the backbone of our economy due to unbearable operating costs. We are already experiencing a teeming unemployment youth in the country. Job losses as industries scale down or shut down operations. 4. Reduced productivity and competitiveness, further weakening the economy. And then 5. Heightened social and economic hardship, deepens the suffering of workers and households. These tariff hikes are not reforms, they are punishment. They are not solutions, they are symptoms of failed leadership and poor policy choices. Our position remains firm and non-negotiable. These tariff hikes must be reversed immediately, and measures must be taken to protect consumers and sustain businesses.
The minority dreads collapse of businesses and a surge of youth unemployment should the government fail to heed to their call for the immediate reversal of the proposed utility tariff hikes. Reports and 4 Channel 1 News from Parliament. Ni Ayikwe Okain.
You're watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. One of the stories we're looking at here, the Speaker of Parliament, through the Clerk of Parliament, has written to the Chairperson of the Electoral Commission announcing that the Pandai parliamentary seat has become vacant, necessitating a by-election pursuant to a decision of the High Court last week. Now, what's the reaction from the minority camp? Because, mind you, the Member of Parliament for Pandai, Matthew Nyindam, is an MPP Member of Parliament, and this is going to further reduce the numbers of MPP members in the House. Let's speak to the Member of Parliament for Efia, NPP MP, that is Isaac Boama Nyako. He's joining us. You're welcome to Channel 1 Newsroom.
Thank you very much, my brother. I hope you are doing well this evening.
I'm great, thank you. Has the minority caucus been formally informed of the Clerk to Parliament's correspondence to the Electoral Commission declaring the Pandai seat vacant?
Not as I'm aware of, I also got to know of it this evening, earlier this evening.
I see. It's not as if it is necessary that they tell you. The speaker tells you anyway. This is a procedural action that has been taken pursuant to the Constitution, correct?
That's so, because the speaker through the clerk to Parliament is only notifying the Electoral Commission of a supposed vacancy arising from the High Court's decision on the Pandai elections petition. And so the speaker through the clerk to Parliament may be fulfilling a constitutional requirement, but from the minority point of view, we totally disagree. And then from a personal point of view, knowing the steps that we have taken to reverse this particular decision of the High Court, I'm very optimistic that victory will be ours at the end of the day.
But the Speaker has been magnanimous, has he not? Because the majority leader immediately after the court decision announced or requested that the seat be declared vacant. The Speaker gave a 1-week grace period and said that there was a possibility of appeal, and so he allowed up to December 3 before communicating anything further to the Electoral Commission. In all fairness, the communication from Parliament happened on December 4. So we cannot really say that the Speaker has not been fair to your side and to the Honourable Matthew Nyindam.
No, first and foremost, it doesn't lie in the mouth of the majority leader and leader of government business to call for a vacancy in Parliament. That is the sole authority or mandate of the Speaker of Parliament. Importantly, the Speaker was also complying with judicial decisions and precedents whereby such decisions of the court would have to lapse after a 7-day period, and then he could take those actions. So really, it is not necessarily an extension of magnanimity, but a matter of enforcing the already existing decisions of the court in terms of a decision to declare a seat vacant in Parliament.
What options are left for you as minority caucus and even your MP Matthew Nyindam at this stage?
Remember, we have filed various applications at various levels of the court. We've filed a stay of execution at the High Court. We've repeated same at the Court of Appeal. We are challenging the entire decision of the High Court on the grounds of error on the face of law, and then also taking the decision.
Honourable? Hello? Can you hear me?
The Supreme Court to quash the decision of the High Court judge by a motion for certiorari to quash his decision. So we have all these applications before the various courts, High Court, Court of Appeal, and then the Supreme Court. I am expecting that by now the cases would have been called for expeditious trial. You remember when you apply for a stay of execution, we are talking about enforcing the fundamental human rights of a citizen, particularly the representative of the good people of Pandai. As we speak now, Matthew Nyindam is the member of Parliament to have been.
Can you hear me? Hello, sir. Honourable Member of Parliament, can you hear me? I think we have a... Yeah. Can you hear me? I'm having a difficulty hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay. So, yes, I can hear you. So I'm saying that, well, those options are available, but you're also going to have to get down to the constituency and start campaigning. How soon before your side starts to do that?
I'm sure the party leadership has taken notice of this letter. We will go back and strategize. I'm sure as a minority, we would also come together very soon to deliberate on these latest developments. Of course, if we have to finally go for a contest in Pandai, we are very poised to support Matthew Nyindam. We believe we had won the election. Remember, this whole attempt to use judicial processes to circumvent the will of the people. On the day of election and the coalition, you remember the mayhem that the NDC people subjected the good people of Pandai to destruction of elections materials, destroying properties, all in the name of the of the good people of Pandai. And now you turn around and you want to use another process, the judicial process, even to take over the case. I believe these are very unfortunate incidents.
Very well.
But we'll take it out first and we'll go back and then I'm sure we'll read the statement.
Let's move to the energy sector now. You called a press conference today and you said that you did not agree with the latest announcement of utility or increases in utility prices. Is it your position that the increases ought to have not happened or the percentage is too much?
The biggest challenge we are having as particularly
Honorable, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, your network is a bit dodgy. If you can restate that position, please.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, continue.
Okay.
I'm afraid we are unable to continue with the interview with the Member of Parliament for a fear the line is not helpful for our course tonight. This is Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. We remain with the courts, and the High Court sitting in Accra has dismissed an application by lawyers for Chairman Wontumi seeking further disclosures in his trial for allegedly permitting illegal mining on his Samraboy concession. Defense lawyer Andy Apiakubi argued that they needed copies of an alleged deed referenced by a prosecution witness, but Deputy AG Dr. Justice Shremsai opposed the request, calling it legally misconceived. The court ruled the defense had no valid basis for the documents. More in the following report.
The application for further disclosures was taken just as the court was scheduled to begin its case management conference. Lawyers for the accused insisted that the prosecution's reliance on alleged deed signed by Chairman Wontumi permitting mining activities made it necessary for the defense to be furnished with the document. However, the prosecution countered that under the 2018 Practice Direction on Disclosures and Case Management in Criminal Proceedings, further disclosures must be justified as exculpatory, something the defense had failed to demonstrate. Dr. Shremsai added that the prosecution is not in possession of any such deed or written agreement, and that the charge under Section 14 of the Minerals and Mining Act does not even require the existence of a formal document. On the contrary, he argued the absence of a proper deed is itself central to the offense, which concerns permitting mining without lawful authority. After reviewing the arguments, the court held that the defense had not shown any legal basis or justification for the documents requested and accordingly dismissed the application. The case, which revolves around allegations that Chairman Wontumi allowed mining on his Samraboy concession without authorization, now proceeds to the next phase of the case management conference. Meanwhile, the court, on its own motion, varied bail conditions of Bernard Mfibosiakon, also known as Chairman Wontumi. The variation was announced before the day's substantive business. Under the revised terms, Chairman Wontumi must now report directly to the registrar of the court, who will be responsible for submitting the required returns to the judge.
Now, as pressure for appointments intensify, leadership of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, in the Ashanti region is urging calm among the party's grassroots. Members of the NDC are increasingly expressing concerns over delayed appointments and job opportunities. The party has commended its members for playing pivotal roles in the NDC's victory in the 2024 elections, assuring that all who contributed will be rewarded. Channel 1 News' Bureau Chief for the Middle Belt, Hafiz Tijani, has more.
For the first time since 1996, the National Democratic Congress (NDC) garnered more than 30% of valid votes cast in the Ashanti region, contributing to the landslide victory of the party in the 2024 general elections. A year since the NDC's victory, the leadership of the party and government officials are being inundated with demands for jobs by party people. Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NDC, Augustus Nanakwesi Andrews, wants party members to trust the leadership to address these concerns.
There's a lot of pressure on me. You know, this is the first time that Ashanti region has gotten 34% in the national elections, and we are able to get 7 MPs. So everybody is demanding. But as we all know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has done very well for this region in terms of appointment. I can say that we have about 75 national appointments. And we know that the region is big, though it's not enough. The grassroots are calling for more, and everybody needs his own share. That's why I'm asking my branches that they should remain calm. They should have hope in His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Though 1 year has passed, we have another 3 years to go.
He also assured of the party's resolve to work closely with the government to deliver on key promises made to the people of the Ashanti region.
As a leader and the chairman of the region, it's my duty to see that all the promise that we gave to the good people of Ashanti, we have to fulfill it.
Representatives of metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives and NDC members of parliament in the region also pledged to work to deliver on the promises the party made during the campaigns.
We are also pledging that we will support the party and our members of parliament in Ashanti to make sure we work harder so that in 2028, the good people of Ashanti region will know that all the promise made by our president, John Dramani Mahama, has been fulfilled.
I have senior MPs who are doing very well, the likes of Honorable Muntaka, Honorable Bawa, Honorable Adams, Honorable Azuma, Honorable Godwin, Honorable Nasira. The 7 of us can assure Ashanti region that we will do our best to bring development to the region.
The party says it will ensure that the people of Ashanti region are not disappointed.
Hafiz Tijani, Channel 1 News, Kumasi, Ashanti region.
And here in our studios at number 5, Ola Hanselin at Tesano. I am Umaru Sandama. You're watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead. Fitch Solutions hints of further monetary easing by Bank of Ghana as inflation continues to fall. More on that when we return. Please stay with us.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Copy from your job, be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be lucky, luckiest. No matter what you're lucky, everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God up boom. If you put it to so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Hey! Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother once more. If you knew, it's your boy,
Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the greats. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Having the right diagnosis can save your life. Welcome to SynLab. Inside the state-of-the-art facility, patients have the benefits of cutting-edge technology, experienced lab technicians, personalized care in our ultra-modern clinic, and most importantly, answers.
I've been doing all my tests at MedLab for over 20 years, till they rebranded to SynLab. You know, he was just a little boy when I started bringing him to MedLab. Oh, sorry, SynLab.
SynLab. SynLab is the new MedLab.
My family trusts SynLab.
At SynLab, our highly trained personnel give our clients personalized attention every step of the way.
SynLab is the preferred option for your annual routine health checks to avoid negative health surprises.
SynLab is the new MedLab.
SynLab, medical excellence for you.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
In December 2023, the biggest play in the history of African theatre made its debut.
Before Ogun, the God of Iron, I stand on oath.
You saw it.
We sent you all the way to Ilefe to bring us greetings from Ifa.
By popular demand and in honor of Maoli Semevo, Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre, presents The Gods Are Not to Blame this December 17th, 7 p.m., 18th, 7 p.m., and 19th, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the National Theatre. Visit www.imagebureaugh.com or dial *714*46# for your tickets. Single 250 cedis, double 400 cedis. Supported by New Plant Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, Balakwa. Sponsors Stanbic Bank, our media partners, and proudly brought to you by MTN.
Yeah, welcome back to the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Up next is Channel 1 Business with Neil Lati.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
This Christmas Eve, skip the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. Welcome to the Situation All White Party 2025, where the music never stops, the energy never drops, and the fun never ends. Celebrating grand style with great music, irresistible food, and an atmosphere that screams good vibes only. Date 24th December 2025. Venue Good Park near the Accra Mall. Time 8 p.m. till late. Dress code, it's an all-white affair. Get ready for electrifying live performances from Kofi Kinata, Tariff music, In Chin Chin Band, and DJ Mingle. your best all-white fit. Bring your dancing shoes and let's light up the night together. Book your tables now. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973. It's Christmas Eve. Don't miss it. The Situation All-White Party 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, and Hallmark Cafe, and supported by Oswald Investments Limited.
Well, Nilate is in studio. You're looking...
Thank you very much, Sander.
I didn't even say the word I was going to use.
I know what you're come to talk about.
Something
I'm
very
looking
nice.
dapper.
Yeah, something... No, I didn't... But something nice. No, go fine.
Anyway.
No, go fine. Tell us about Fitch and more.
Well, Fitch Solutions is forecasting a more aggressive monetary policy easing cycle by the Bank of Ghana as inflation continues its rapid decline towards single-digit territory. In its November 2025 Sub-Saharan African update, the research firm said the improving inflation outlook provides the central bank with more flexibility to accelerate rate cuts, projecting that the benchmark policy rate could drop to about 14% by the end of 2026.
The firm believes that sustained reductions in the base rate will stimulate borrowing, strengthen private sector credit, and support a rebound in domestic economic activity. The Bank of Ghana has already embarked on one of the world's fastest monetary easing cycles, trimming its policy rate by a total of 1,000 basis points since January. At its November 2025 Monetary Policy Committee meeting, the central bank slashed the rate by an additional 350 basis points to 18%, citing broad improvements in macroeconomic stability and a sharp fall in inflation. The MPC highlighted stronger reserves, a more stable exchange rate, and expectations of continued disinflation through the first half of 2026 as key factors underpinning its decision. It added that risks capable of pushing inflation off its projected path have diminished considerably.
Now, pressure is mounting on government to channel part of proceeds from the Tema Oil Refinery Recovery Levy into retooling and supporting the refinery as plans to revive the facility gather momentum. TOR's long-delayed turnaround has in recent months shown signs of progress after years of operating far below capacity, leaving the country reliant on imported refined products. More in the following report by Daniel Sakite.
The call underscores growing industry expectations that a successful revamp of the Tema Oil Refinery could strengthen the downstream petroleum sector. Executive Secretary of COPEC, Duncan Amwa, in an interview with Channel 1 Business said sustained investment will be critical to ensuring the refinery can operate efficiently.
You cannot finance cargoes with TOR books currently. They are in huge deficits or debts. We would expect that the TOR recovery levy that we've collected over the years, the finance ministry will be magnanimous to apply part of it to their operations, retool them, get them some $80 million revolving fund so that at least they are assured of bringing in at least 2-3 cargoes so as to sustain their operations. If we don't give them an opportunity to finance, their refining activities, we will simply be waiting on them to do whatever they can do for 2-3 months, and the plant will go down again, and then we'll spend money again.
Duncan Amwa has also called for policy reforms that would guarantee a consistent allocation of domestically produced crude oil to the Tema Oil Refinery for processing.
You cannot continue to produce oil and then ship everything out of your country. Petroleum agreements, I agree. We need to be very strategic with them as a country.
China's GWM has unveiled its flagship Tank 700 in Dubai, deepening its push into the Middle East and Africa as it positions the USV as a new competitor in the premium off-road segment. Daniel Opon reports from Dubai.
GWM used its 3-day experience event in Dubai to showcase its latest technologies and outline a stronger expansion strategy for the Middle East and Africa. The star attraction, the Tank 700, represents the company's biggest statement yet in the luxury off-road market. Built on a body-on-frame platform, it blends rugged performance with high-end luxury. Speaking at the event, President of GWM International, Parker Shee, traced the automaker's 28-year journey in the Middle East and says the region has become central to the company's global operations.
As we move forward, the strength in our foundation in the Middle East remains a key priority. Sustainable long-term strategy, long-term growth requires not only strong products, but equally very strong support system. For this reason, we are upgrading our showrooms and the networks, especially service networks.
GWM's Chief Technology Officer, Nicole Wool, also reinforced the company's multi-powertrain approach.
I think the Tank 700 is not only a luxury SUV, it's with a quite strong off-road capability luxury SUV, so it can conquer very tough conditions, and it also provides very luxury, very comfortable interior to the customers, so it can actually conquer every conditions and give customers a very comfortable driving experience no matter what the environment is.
Speaking on the sidelines of the event, the Chief Executive Officer of Zonda Tech Ghana, Yan, also indicated that the Tank 700 has already been warmly received in Ghana.
Because you have already seen Zonda naturally in Ghana, why I managed to bring the Tank 700 to Ghana even earlier than Dubai. I used this story to convince the big boss. I told the big boss, first, Ghana has over 6 million people in the US and in Europe, so Ghanaians have taste.
That was Emmanuel Pong's report from Dubai. Let's now bring you an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's the very latest in the world of business. I'm Ni Lati. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Sanda.
Thank you so much, Ni Lati. To some other stories now. And Maripoma Enterprise Limited, contractors for the Ofankor Sawam Rehabilitation Project, has closed the main Ofankor White House Church of the N6 from Monday, December 8 to Sunday, December 14, 2025. The week-long shutdown will allow for asphalt works on a 2-kilometer section. During this period, all traffic will be diverted onto the service road from the Ofankor overpass to the White House. Channel 1 News' Philip Nilati was there for us.
From Monday, 8th December 2025 to Sunday, 14th December 2025, motorists who are using the Ofankor bound of the Ofankor to Nsawam Road would have to use the service lane when they get to the Ofankor side of the road because of the diversion for ongoing works on the stretch. Senior Project Manager, Engineer Abdullah Mahama, shares details of this diversion with Channel 1 News.
What we have here now, you can see there are two similar machines. They are the pavers. They are the ones that are used to lay the asphalt. And if you can just turn and show something behind him here, there's the machine that has the bitumen, that's the taco that is supposed to use as a bonding agent on the surface before the asphalt is laid. And so we have two pavers. We don't want to delay. So we are moving two pavers from Ofankor all the way to where, so that we'll finish in no time. We are giving ourselves a week. If you're able to finish before the week, I mean, the earlier the better for Ghana. So that the contractor does not in any way want to inconvenience motorists and pedestrians alike who are actually, we are entering the Christmas festive seasons, and already Accra is choked. So the person would go to Accra, and when he's coming in the evening, he comes to meet another choke, especially when he's moving towards outside Accra proper in the night, and it comes to be in about 1 hour, 2 hours traffic. Normally, as we enter into any construction area, we'll have some of these bottlenecks, partly as a result of the construction, as a result of some diversions, or even sometimes as a result of the rush hour in the evenings. Ordinarily, if you are reducing a traffic of a 4-lane to a 2-lane, there's a certain level of volume of traffic that will be expected in the evening. That is why we have kept the constant information disseminated so that people who may have other alternative routes, maybe somebody is coming from Hachu, they want to come towards Taifa and connect here, he can go through the Hachu ACP and then connect to Kukwasi interchange without coming here. Others who have the luxury of using Akweteman and then be able to go through Asufa area and then connect to Awoshi Road would have to use that one. Somebody is coming from Kwashiman, you want to come to the Automotive and move on this road, but because of the information, so at least maybe 30% estimated traffic or so, depending on however it would move on other routes so that we'll be able to control the traffic in the evenings, mostly from 4 in the evening of 3:30 all the way to like 8 o'clock.
Engineer Abdullahi Mahama further indicated that measures have been put in place to ensure that motorists adhere to the diversion signs that have been put along the stretch.
Just like what we did 2 days ago at Achimota, the same thing will happen this week. Today, you can see those guys in their reflectors. Others are just working. We know the peak time. So the peak time by 4 or so, the police and the traffic wardens will be there with adequate information signs. So the information signs is starting about 500 meters away.
According to contractors on the project, motorists are expected to adhere strictly to the diversional signs as work proceeds steadily on the stretch. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Philip Ni Latte.
Now, the Bono Regional Police Command has initiated a special operation to rid the region of criminals. Several suspects believed to have engaged in various criminal activities have subsequently been arrested in an intelligence-led operation. The Bono Regional Police Commander DCOP Joshua Copson is urging the inhabitants and residents of the region to always furnish the police with information to help flush out criminals operating in the area. Channel 1 News' Michael Saponfum has more.
The Bono Regional Police Command, through intelligence-led operations, has apprehended several suspects who are believed to have committed some crimes in the 12 municipal and district assemblies of the region. Some of the suspects are being arraigned before court, while others are in police custody pending investigations.
The people arrested so far, I would say, are three gangs. There is the first set that did the robbery along the Brekum Drobo Road, the attempted robbery. And then he also confessed having done some robberies in Ahafu also. The second gang, we have gotten 2 of them. We are pursuing the others. And we found the pistol with, and then the military uniform. The third are those we picked from Nkra and Kwanta. They usually position themselves to buy the motorbikes. So they are like between Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. When those in Cote d'Ivoire pick their motorbikes or other products, they bring it to them. Then they get it into Ghana. And then when those here also pick, they give it to them. Then they push it to Cote d'Ivoire.
DCOP Joshua Copson appealed to the inhabitants of the region to furnish the police with information on crime to help flush out criminals from the region.
We have always said that the police alone cannot do all. We need the public to support us to be able to achieve the success story we all want. For us, once you bring the information, we will definitely shield you.
DCOP Copson also urged the inhabitants to be security conscious as the Christmas approaches.
The people of Bono region, this is the season that criminals try to up their game. And so we should all be security conscious in dealing with our activities.
The Bono Regional Police Command is urging the inhabitants of the region to furnish the command with information. This they believe will go a long way to track down on criminals in the region. The command is also urging the inhabitants to be security conscious as the Xmas approaches. From Sunyani, Michael Saponifum, Channel 1 News.
You're still watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead. Black Stars and Tottenham Hotspur forward Mohamed Kudus tout Ghana's qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup as a major achievement. We have that story in a jiffy. Please stay with us.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame.
Send your God the apple boom. If you're poor, what's that to you? So would the coming of the son of man be.
Hey!
Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, papa no no, no, papa no no, Alcasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank we did.
Polytank, papa no Alcasa.
Rooted in heritage. Shaped by ambition. Defined by style. Inspired by soul. This is Afro Quality, the first multi-country concept store for African brands. Now in Nairobi, Kigali, and Accra.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother once more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the greats. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Yeah, welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Sports with Yao Eje Minta. Was in the studio. Yeah, tell us what the discussions around our World Cup qualifications are.
Oh, yes, indeed, we'll do. Now, Black Stars and Tottenham Hotspur forward Mohamed Kudus has described Ghana's qualification to the 2026 FIFA World Cup as a major achievement for the country. Ghana will compete at the World Cup for the 5th time next year, with the team aiming to go beyond the group stage for the first time since the 2010 edition, playing in the 3rd season in the English Premier League. Kudus added that it is good to have England in the same group as the Black Stars at the World Cup.
Well, their approach is their part of the game, but I think to qualify for the World Cup alone is a big statement from us and shows what we can do, you know. So there's still a bit of time till that, so just focus here for now, and then definitely we'll prepare towards that as well. But it's good to have England in the group. I'm looking forward to it. Playing against most of the players in the country here, so, and some of the other guys that play here as well, so we are pretty much aware of the side we are facing and the quality they have, but we will definitely be up for it and be ready.
Now, former Black Stars forward Augustine Ahenfo has revealed that he hoped for Ghana to face England at the World Cup before the draw was conducted. The Black Stars have since been drawn in Group L alongside England, Croatia and Panama. Speaking to Channel 1 Sports, Augustine Ahenfo said that he believes the Black Stars have the quality and mentality to match the Three Lions and possibly beat them.
Before the draw was conducted, I granted an interview and I said I wanted Ghana to beat England. Right. I don't know, but I was speaking also to the High Commissioner for the UK, and I told him that I wanted us to beat England. He said no, because should they lose against us, he doesn't think his people will be happy with him. But it's football, because I always felt that we can match up to them, the English team. And so, yes, it is England. They did not consider in the qualifiers. But it is football. At the end of the day, if you prepare well and your strategy works, and luck also being on your side, you can win any game.
I mean, how do you feel about the other teams in the group, Croatia and Panama generally?
Croatia is a very good tournament country. From the first time that they came to the World Cup, if I'm not wrong, I think 1998 or so, until the last World Cup, they've always been good.
Now, Liverpool FC head coach Arne Slot has fired back at Mohamed Salah by delivering strong-worded statements in response to the Egyptian's shocking interview where he complained bitterly about how he's been treated by the club in recent weeks. Speaking in a pre-game presser ahead of Liverpool's UEFA Champions League game against Inter Milan in Italy, Slot slammed the Egyptian's comment. Here's Liverpool FC head coach Arne Slot.
felt that at all till Saturday evening for sure, because I think when I didn't play him anymore, usually players don't like the manager then that much, but he was very respectful to my staff members, to his teammates, and he trained really hard. So to an extent, it was a surprise for me that when I heard after the game that he gave the comments he gave. But as I said, it's not the first and not the last time that when a player doesn't play, I'm not sure if he was emotional or not, but that he says something something similar to what he did. But I think my reaction to that is also clear, and that's that he's not here with us tonight.
And that's all for sports. I am Yao Ejemita. Over to you, Sandro.
Thank you so much, Yao. And that's how we wrap up today's edition of the Bulletin on Channel One Newsroom. A recap of our headlines.